Hey guys, Sebastian here. There is a brand new system you should be aware of called the EES for Entry-Exit System, launched by the EU on April the 10th, just a few days ago. The EU is replacing old-fashioned passport stamps with a centralized database of all its visitors. The goal, of course, is to stop identity fraud and to track exactly how many days everyone is spending in the EU so that nobody accidentally overstays their 90-day limit. So this means your passport will no longer be stamped. I know, that's sad. Instead, all your passport data will enter this database and you will get your fingerprints scanned and your face photographed so that the next time your passport is being used in the EU, we can actually check through your fingerprints and or the biometrics of your face that it's actually you and not someone who stole your passport. And this is not just for Greece, by the way, it's for the entire Schengen area, which is more or less the same as the EU, to keep things simple. Once you have entered the Schengen area, then you can move freely as much as you want within Europe, but on your way out of the Schengen area, so basically when you're flying home, it's going to be the same procedure once more with the fingerprints and all of that. Now, I don't know if I should be saying this, but I've heard lots of people on my tours these last few days who didn't get their fingerprints or facial scan done at all. Now, is this because it's a brand new system and it's not running smoothly yet? Or is it because the Greek state is afraid of having huge lines at the airport and so they let lots of tourists skip the checks? Who knows, time will tell, but don't be surprised if eventually you're not asked for your fingerprints. Right now, it seems to be a bit of a lottery. And that brings us to the second important point, waiting lines. I've seen a few articles online saying that some countries had 2 to 3 hour long queues just for immigration. This is something that I have not heard a single time in Greece so far. The longest wait I've heard was like an hour and 20 minutes, and the average seems to be around 30 to 40 minutes, which is how it always was, even before this new system, which makes sense because it seems we haven't really implemented the new system at this point. But yeah, this could change in the future, so on your way out of Greece, I recommend you get to the airport 3 to 3.5 hours before departure instead of the usual 2. But I repeat, this is only for flights going out of the Schengen area. If you're flying domestic within Greece, like from Athens to the islands, or if you're flying between Greece and Italy, for instance, there won't be any passport checks. That's what Schengen is all about. And in that case, you don't need to arrive at the airport that early. 2 hours before departure is enough. Now, as you can imagine, it has cost Europe a lot of money to install all these fingerprint scanners and building this huge database and online servers. And the EU decided a long time ago that this cost should not fall on the Europeans themselves, since this whole system is built for non-Europeans. And so the other big novelty is going to be the ETIAS. It's a €20 fee that you have to pay online before your arrival and remains valid for 3 years, similar to the ESTA in the US or the ETA in the UK. But good news, the ETIAS fee will only start late 2026, maybe even later. So if you're coming now during the 2026 summer season, great timing because you'll get to use the brand new machines, but without having to pay for them. Alright, if you want to support my channel with a one-time donation, you can head to buymeacoffee.com/GreeceExplained. Thank you very much, and I hope to see you in Athens soon. Bye!